Salut mes amis, c'est Bonjour Brigitte ici. J'espère que vous allez bien. It's Bonjour Brigitte here and I hope you're doing well. Haven't been on the live for a few weeks just because of the Morocco trip and preparing for that has been so busy. But I'm so excited to be here today. J'ai très hâte. And I'm so excited to tell you about our wonderful Morocco trip that really surpassed all of my expectations. Wait. And so we will wait for some more people to join. Wait. But the great thing is that, yes, so this past about 10 days, Bonjour, Madame Sandy, comment ça va? And so for the past 10 days, me and some of my French students, we traveled across Morocco. In French, the country of Morocco is called Le Maroc, and it was absolutely incredible. C'était incroyable. Oui. And so first we started in Marrakech, which is probably the most touristic city in all of Morocco. And the great thing is that we did some wonderful shopping in the Medina, in the Souks, and we had some amazing food. A real delicacy in Morocco is the tagine. And this is a dish with meat and couscous that is cooked in a kind of a tent-like structure. And so we even learned how to make that as well during a Moroccan cooking class. So that was so much fun, and just the energy of Marrakech is wonderful. C'est fantastique. And what's even better as well is that now, since we all took the Moroccan cooking class together, we can go home and make our own tagine. Plus, we also learned how to make some other recipes as well. So everybody loved Marrakech. It was so much fun. C'était très amusant. And then we headed east. We headed east by private bus, and we visited the amazing valley that is known as Dades Valley. La Vallée d'Adès. Wait. And so there we enjoyed an incredible hike. More photos to come soon. And it was just so much fun. The canyon there is really similar to what you find in Utah. I haven't been to Utah, but the students told me that, those that had been. And so it was just amazing. We had a hiking expert pointing out the different rocks and everything like that to us in French. Oui, because you may or may not know, but French is widely spoken in Maroc because of its history as a French colony. Sad history. And so we also spoke French daily in Marrakech, and then while we were hiking in the Dades Valley, we enjoyed some wonderful things like the local tea ceremony, some local demonstrations on how to make even more Moroccan food, and so that was wonderful. There was the pastilla, and there was a bunch of salads that we learned how to make as well, such as the zalouk salad. We also had the great opportunity to dress up in traditional Moroccan clothing, which I know was super memorable for everyone because it was just so unique and wonderful, and more photos will be coming soon. But we also had the chance to get henna on our hands and our feet, which was wonderful. C'était formidable. And so people loved that. It was just great. And then after that, we headed to, of course, I think for many was the highlight of the trip, the Sahara. So the Sahara Desert. So it's about 12 hours from Marrakech. So that's why we split it up into 2 days. First we stopped in the Dades Valley, La Vallée d'Adès, and then we stopped in Merzouga. Merzouga is the name of the Sahara Desert town. And so there we had the most incredible time glamping under the stars in the Sahara, and it was wonderful. So we all had our own tents. They were super comfortable, they were super clean, and the great thing was that each tent had a running water. So we had a sink, a flush toilet, and a shower. So it's just incredible what they can do nowadays because of technology. So we enjoyed that. We also enjoyed the camel ride in the Sahara, which was just unforgettable. C'était inoubliable. And everyone rode the camels, even some of our students who were in their 80s. So that was just amazing. And then we also enjoyed the beautiful sunsets in the Sahara because the colors were just like nothing you've ever seen before. We had our famous Dîner en Blanc, dinner in white, where everyone dressed in white and we all took photos. That's a French tradition where everyone dresses in white to celebrate French elegance, French aesthetics, everything like that. And so we enjoyed that in the Sahara. And then we also, what else did we do? We did the 4x4 ride, le 4x4, also known as the 4x4. Wait, and so that was just crazy because the 4x4 ride, it was really like being on a roller coaster over the sand dunes of the Sahara. You could feel your heart in your chest and everything like that. So it was super fun. We also saw some beautiful oases and got to see a wonderful nomadic family. So that was fantastic. Everyone loved the Sahara. And we spent 2 nights there. And we also got to see some local music that was influenced by the country of Mali. So that was very unique. Wait, because Morocco is very close to Mali. Right. And then we also saw the Algerian border from a distance. We didn't approach, of course. And then we headed to a famous local town called Ait Ben Adou. And that is really the Hollywood, one of the Hollywoods of Morocco, because so many movies have been shot there, including Gladiator and other movies as well that feature, historical backdrops. So this is an ancient city, thousands of years old. And it was so cool just to walk around, do a bit of shopping. We had our wonderful guide, Mohammed. He pointed out everything to us. And I should mention that Mohammed was our guide for the whole time, and he spoke French to us daily. We spoke French amongst ourselves, and of course to the locals. So we were just practicing French every day. It was wonderful. And Mohammed, our local guide, was so knowledgeable and so nice. Just had the best time. So everyone loved Ait Ben Hadou because it just felt like you're stepping back in time, to really many centuries ago, because that's when the village was built. So we also got to see a local carpet demonstration, which was great because the carpets were made by a women's cooperative. So it was really cool because basically if you purchased a carpet, the proceeds would go back to the woman who made it, which was really good because traditionally if a woman made a carpet, it would be sold by the husband or brother, and the woman wouldn't get to have any of the profits. So the women's cooperative was wonderful. Everyone actually ended up buying a carpet, some small, some large. Some people did get them shipped back to the US. Mine is on the smaller side, so I was able to fit it in my suitcase. So that was fantastic. C'était fantastique. And then also in Ait Ben Adou, we enjoyed a delicious meal. We had again tagine, but this time with quince, which was wonderful. And we stayed in a lovely riad owned by a local family. So we got to join them for dinner, which was wonderful. We also tried the local dish called sfa, which was the noodle dish, and it tasted amazing. And then for our last couple of days, we were in Marrakech again. We got to enjoy the amazing hammam. The hammam, if you don't know, it's the Moroccan spa. So the great thing is that that's where you receive a body scrub, a massage, and a hair wash treatment as well. And so the hammam of Morocco, they're very famous because they go back centuries and it's a real cultural tradition. So everyone got to enjoy the hammam. It was so wonderful. People were so relaxed. Everyone enjoyed it so much. And yeah, it was just really wonderful. And then, of course, the trip came to an end, so everyone has made it home safely, but I will say that Morocco was just absolutely incredible. We had the nicest group. Everyone was so nice, so friendly. We all got on so well. And, of course, our guide, like I said, Mohammed, was just 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. He just went above and beyond for everyone. And usually during the nighttime, we would sing, we would do some music. So we would basically sing. We would do some singing around, the Sahara. There was a campfire, and there were some local instruments like drums people got to use. And throughout the trip, we also did a few French lessons. I'll post that in the group. But basically, we did French lessons in the Sahara Desert, which was so much fun. Everyone loved it. And Morocco is just such a wonderful country. The people are so nice. Everyone is so welcoming. And the great thing is that as well, such a unique and amazing culture. And if you like shopping, Morocco has a lot of things to buy. From carpets to beauty products. We visited the factory in the Dadas Valley where they manufacture products made from roses. So rose serum, rose hand cream, rose oil, etc. We also visited the factory where they make argan oil. So they separate the nut from the shell and they, pound it into oil to make products such as hair treatments, hand moisturizer, even argan oil you can eat. So we just learned so much. We got to practice French every day, and it was just such a ball. And so because everyone loved it, I'll try to plan another Morocco trip sooner rather than later. And I usually do it every fall, but maybe I'll try to do it in the spring as well, just because there was huge demand for it and people loved it. So I'll continue to post photos as the time goes on, just because I have so much to post. Really behind on that. But if you do want to learn more about the next Morocco trip whenever it happens, just stay tuned in the Facebook group. That way you'll be kept up to date whenever the new trip details do launch. And if you did want to practice your French with us, just comment French below. I'll reach out. But please let me know if you have any questions about the Morocco trip, Le Voyage au Maroc. You'll see the photos in our Facebook group. We had the best time. And if you're not already in the Facebook group, I will, on the YouTube video, I'll put the link below so you can join. So just comment if you have any questions and stay on the lookout for the next trip, because we would love to travel with you. It's so much fun. And just picture yourself on a camel riding into the sunset in the Sahara. Just incredible, and speaking French daily. So what more could you ask for? Plus a great group of new friends. So mes amis, I will let you go, but merci beaucoup. And I will see you soon. Same time next week, maybe a different place. So merci beaucoup, à bientôt, à la semaine prochaine, au revoir, bye.